This is a quick teardown video of a GDS/KDS diagnostics box that's used to troubleshoot Hyundai and Kia cars that were made before 2017. There's the official boxes, which you have to get some certification to buy. Then there are the Chinese knockoff boxes like this one. I paid $90 to get this on AliExpress. You get the box itself with a fancy rubber protective shell and some waterproof caps, the box itself. The labels for the box provided separately for some reason, maybe plausible deniability. A whole bunch of different OBD2 connectors, a 19-volt power brick, ASUS branded, interestingly. I'm guessing they just grabbed whatever was cheapest. And a set of DVDs with a pirated version of the GDS KDS software. Should be noted that the only difference between GDS and KDS is the software and the color of the outer rubber. You can only have the GDS or KDS software installed on the same operating system. They can't be installed together. And the different versions just give you a different color outer shell. This outer shell has 2 screws on the back to screw in the case, and in this one they're very ugly and janky and hastily done. I took this apart because I wanted to make sure it wasn't damaged. This has a very recent QC date. The QC sticker was for October 2020, and it's currently mid-November. Take off the 4 screws, including the one with the QC sticker, you get inside. Now, the inside is a little bit interesting. I mean, the setup is about what you'd expect for one of these diagnostics boxes. What's interesting is the chips themselves. This is supposed to be a Chinese knockoff, remember. This is definitely not officially from Hyundai or Kia. But it's got a lot of very official brand chips. Samsung, an NXP controller. Can't quite make out that brand, it's not familiar to me. QC labeled. Pretty proper markings on the PCB about its origin. So I'm guessing that this is semi-official. It could be made on a ghost shift, where the Chinese factory that was contracted out to make this hires some people unofficially to make a batch off the books that the ordering company doesn't know about. Or it could be refurbished, or who knows. So yeah, you've got all these chips, memory and CAN bus, processor, the usual stuff. You've got a ton of relays back in here. This top PCB looks extraordinarily simple, just a daughter board that connects out. I'm assuming this is for the trigger, where you can get a little remote with a single button on it. So if you're trying to diagnose the car while driving, you can press the button to start the flight data recorder, as the Hyundai engineers call it. Then press again to stop recording, and you can look at that data in that recorded segment and see what the car was doing. Mini USB port also on the breakout board. Yeah, and you can see a coil and a hefty capacitor on the bottom of the bottom board for power delivery. So yeah, very sophisticated, very nice. This is definitely not true knockoff hardware. This has, I'm guessing this is somewhat related to an official manufacturer from my rudimentary knowledge. Here's a closer look at all the installation DVDs. For the dongle cables we have is the OBD2 connector. That must be for a proprietary connector. I'll just keep plugging things into each other until they connect. This is the proper connector that goes from native OBD2 to the connector on the GDS unit. Standard old mini USB cable. Comes in a plain box. And that's about it. Yeah, but this is very interesting. And I hope it works, because I'd love to recalibrate the lane keep in my car without paying dealer fees.